Hello, everyone. Hello, Peter.
Hello and happy Columbus Day.
Oh, happy Columbus Day. Yeah, in 2006, I was in US during Columbus Day. I remember.
Okay,
Yeah, I was ignorant. It's the first time for me, and yeah, very interesting.
cool. Yeah, so
Okay.
some people call it like Italian American Day. Apparently, there's a lot of controversy over whether Columbus was a good guy or really just killed and pillaged. I don't really know what truth is, but he doesn't have a good reputation.
Yeah, I see. I read different opinions. On web. Someone say that also in some cases it's not. It was a bad guy because also used some tricks to convince the people. I remember, I think, start with in Colombia. Maybe the first place was Colombia, if I remember. And
Where he landed?
yeah, in Colombia, on the south.
That's where he landed? Okay.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I I thought the story goes he landed in St. Croix, but I'm not positive. Bobby, any idea where Christopher Columbus first made land?
No.
I
Wasn't
thought it
it
was I
Bimini?
thought it was
Like in the
St.
Bahamas?
Croix. I thought it was was it the Bahamas or St. Croix or something like that
I thought it was
before he
Bimini.
reached the mainland.
Yeah, it was an island somewhere. One of the
okay.
Bahamas or the Bermuda Islands before he hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second question is why America? It's the name. It's America because there is another important
Cartographer,
person. Yeah, Cartol. It's
American Vespucci.
yeah, Vespucci. It's yeah.
My
It
kids were
also
ob- my kids were obsessed with him in the fifth grade for some reason. In my head forever. I am actually sitting in the middle of Logan Square in downtown Philadelphia.
Oh yeah? What's
Yeah,
going on in
I had a wedding last night in Philly.
Okay.
The idea of driving home at 10 o'clock after a wedding was like back to the Logan Inn.
Well, yeah, and how the rain was pretty bad too, so.
No, this is the luckiest bride I have ever seen in my life. We had an outdoor wedding in Philly last night, and it was fine.
Oh, terrific then. Okay.
Yeah, like I was like everybody was like, "We're in trouble." It was
So I
right
went
on
down
the.
the shore to jam with my bandmates and it was pouring. So,
We didn't get any rain. It was a little windy. They brought the sides of the tent down right on the river, and we got through it. So I was so happy.
oh,
Yeah, she's very lucky. Anyway, so good morning. Everybody's been sending me their slides. Let me see if I have Jan Lucas first for today.
yeah. I didn't send, but changed your slide when you the slide that you shared.
Oh, the slideshow I shared.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let me share
I
that. So this is where we are with the slideshow. Let me just only have one screen, so give me a minute while I find the right window. I'm gonna go with the window. Try that one. That's not it. Let me see. Where is it? It is. I'll pull it out. That's what I'll do. Okay, give me a second. I'm so used to so many screens.
so
Window.
I tried to
There it is.
share to
I
put
got it.
in chat. Okay, okay.
So again, I can work on the formatting. And I still have asked people for their bios. I haven't really gotten any. I didn't check Slack this morning, but if not, I'm just going to go grab the pictures and the bios from LinkedIn or from the media mentorship program later today and make a slide with just either no pictures and just a little brief description. I'm going to do this slide, which is just a little idea of the structure of the event. Here is in the chat, I have a link to the code of conduct. Actually, that's not linked. I will link the code of conduct so that when I will drop that in the chat when I'm on this page so that we don't have to show a slide for it. We can just say, here's the code of conduct. This was going to be, why is my mouse not? There it is. The team, I'll just put everybody's name, introduce people. Gianluca will be last because then it's his slides. So I don't know if we need the slide for the introduction to your slides. I could just say they're your slides, but I'll work on that tonight before when I get everybody's information. So that's for me. All I need again is just people's bios if you want to say something specific. If not, I'll troll the internet and get something for you. Gianluca, all you.
Okay, here I'd like to start with first one question. Do you need some support apps or anything for the roadmap, or do you need a slide for roadmap, or we can talk without?
Whatever you want to say. Like if I'm going to look at what the presentation looks like when we're all finished, and I'll go back and edit the outline if we need to. So if there's no roadmap, I'll take that out.
Okay.
It's up to you, whatever you want. This is the roadmap, so that, like, I think it says roadmap, so this is fine. So you would talk to this.
Okay.
Like
I will. Yeah, I will work on that. Yeah, I think it's ready, but just to have maybe a slide. And so about the mentorship program, I started this journey with the mentorship program 2 years ago, and when I met Bobby, and thank you to Bobby, she was my first mentor in the.
That was your first.
My first mentor. I think my first mentor in an international project. And so after the mentorship program, we started with our project, the AIFAQ, related to one request to Linux Foundation to improve our documentation. We should provide an AI chatbot instead of tons of documents. So after that, in 2024, we had the first version of the project of the chatbot. We released that version, and then now we have a new version of the project. In the meantime, we can also try to incorporate the project and also to create a product useful for companies that want they can pay. And with Bobby, we also add two mentorship, one in the spring and summer of 2004, and the other in the summer of 2025. And with the first with one project, and the second year with two projects. And so I think, okay, that's the first release, and it's quite complex with different part. Yeah, but the main feature that differentiate that version with the current one is the local AI model. So in the first version, we tried a local model. It was derived from Mistral. Mistral is an open source model. The name was Zephyr, and because the idea is to preserve the privacy and security of data for the knowledge base. And so the first it's the target is was companies, and maybe some companies wants to provide the knowledge, but they wants at the same time they want to preserve privacy of the private documents. And just one thing, the drawback is that that version needed the GPU. So when we installed in AWS, uh, the price is not cheap, but it's an expensive solution. If we want to have an idea, it costed about like $400 per month, but no API, so no other cost, extra cost for this solution. Yeah, okay, we have also a YouTube video if someone wants to check the code project and so on. So we have code project. We have also we tested in another IDE.
I'll drop that in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
And also I'll put that on the slide 20 at the end, because I'm going to release that as a PDF to the people who show up, and it's all the links.
Okay, okay, perfect. And so next one. Okay, that's the current release, and we have a different solution. In that case, we do not use the local model, so we use an external API, and so the price is related to the API cost, and but at the same time we have to share the knowledge with the cloud, because installing the system in a cloud and calling an external API, the information uh, go over different server in either. So if we want to preserve uh, our privacy, that's not best solution. But that solution is cheap. If we think to an open source community when the documentation is public, we have not problem in that case. So we can use public document to build knowledge base and provide a chatbot to reply to you, new maintainers question, because the problem is that new maintainers ask lots of questions to experienced maintainers. So the idea is to save time, to provide a tool for maintainers and to save time. And we have an MVP of this solution, and we can also share a short demo. I can also share the live version for people who wants to touch with their hands the system, want to try. And please give us feedback when you try the system.
I didn't have the feedback form on the links. I'll put that on there. Thank you for
Yeah, I
reminding.
think no problem. I think people interested in the system or interested in give us feedback. I think in giving us feedback, I think they can contact us via LinkedIn or email and ask question to us. So I think it's not important to have the feedback form. So in
And then
that
this
case,
would be, you would show the demo now?
yeah, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen. So that's the current that's installed in AWS, and we can access to the chatbot also with no login and ask some question. In that case, the system created we build knowledge base using Besu, Hyperledger Besu. So we can ask questions related to Hyperledger Besu, sorry. What is Besu?
And Gianluca, here you just might want to say, and by the way, you people at the Linux Foundation, you can have this dropped on any website or wherever you want it in your Discord for your folks to get immediate answers.
Sorry, the question is
Tell
if
them what we did for Founders Institute, where we have a button on their website and they can access this. So if you want your maintainers and your, the Besu people to have access to this, it's as easy as us dropping a button in. So like, let them know installation is 5 seconds.
yeah, but that is that a question or
No. I think it's a selling point for you to just say to everyone in the audience is that the installation of this is as simply as dropping a button in on your website or on your Discord channel or wherever you need it. So that they know it's not a big process.
Okay, thank you. So we can talk about, we also have another installation, and it's easy to integrate the system in a website, putting the link on a chat button. The common example is in the bottom right. Okay, that's the answer. I think it's a good answer. We can also try just two short answer, quick answer. One is how to install. Yeah, what would you like to tell some specific feature? No, please let me know how to install Besu. Okay, it's a long using Docker or Homebrew or Linux packages or RPM. Just also check a little bit some format, install from source, verify installation, run Besu, run a private network, and so on. I also provide some optional documentation. Last question is we also ingest the system using some general documentation of Linux Foundation. So we would like to go to the incubation stage. How we
Yeah, that's a great question to ask during the meetup.
yeah.
Let everybody know what we're going to do next. I like it.
I don't remember if I used that, but okay. He said, okay, okay, that's the documentation sur the incubation criteria, and clear scope of parts, sustainable open source community, technical merit, and also alignment with the founder's mission. Okay, submit proposal, present to the TSG, approval and onboarding, and maintain active development, graduate for incubation, blah, 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 key resources. So that's, I think, three questions that can be useful.
And
Yeah,
are you going to show how to ingest a document?
yeah, sure. If okay, we have different user. If you use without login, you are a guest user. You can access to the public information only, not the private one. In that case, we don't have private information, private documents. But you cannot save your chat history. If you log it in, you can save your chat histories. My case with this email, and so you can also maintain the chat history. Now I think it's the first time, and if we also have the third level is the admin. Administrator can also upload documents for uh, yeah the ingestion step to
Very
build the knowledge base. So we have different case. In our case, we have our knowledge base consists of several web pages with sub pages in that case. So I think the wiki of Fabric and also Besu documentation for private and public network, and also the wiki of Besu, wiki of LFDT, and something related to, I don't know, I think it's related to the incubation and general documentation. We can also have some analytics that we can use to understand if our system are working fine or we need extra features uh, for the system. So in that case, we can also maybe the question is for hands-on. Do you think it's the last part or now, Bobby?
I think now you should, because Snowflake comes next, and I would say, and what we're doing with the mentor, one of the mentors. Now let's talk about the two directions for the mentorship programs. We're going to turn it over to the people who are working on the Snowflake connection. That was, and then just give a very brief statement as to what Snowflake is, a data warehouse, and how we are going to attach our product to different enterprises' data warehouses. And here to explain that is Lochan or not Lochan, I'm sorry, JRAM or Sumana. I'm not sure who goes first, but their slides are here. So let me get back to the presentation.
Yeah, I checked out, and yeah, great slide for
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah, Loach and Ryan. Yeah, I checked both.
Okay, so this is, let me share my screen and go back. I think I have them in the, hold on just a second. Okay, now I have to share my screen. This is getting silly. Okay, this one, share screen. No. Okay, got it. Okay, so now we did that, and then again, I don't know if I'm going to get rid of these little intermediate slides, but here, Gianluca, you would just say and introduce whoever goes first. So we'll turn it over to JRAM and Sumana. Just let me know when you want me to advance the slides.
Hello, Bobby. I have prepared these slides. Jairam actually shared other PPT. I guess he has.
I have those slides too. I wasn't sure if those were the same ones that was put into the presentation.
Yeah, I have added to these slides only. Or hardly they are only 4 to 5 slides, I guess.
Yeah, that's what each one should do before the demo. So his presentation, let me just pull that up real quick, was here. And I thought it was kind of the same thing. So I'm not sure if you guys have to combine these slides for the demo or if this is the demo on slides. Do you know particularly which is which?
I can add these slides in those slides also. No problem.
No, what I'm saying is that that would be too many slides. So we have to condense to just like 4 or 5 slides in a live demo.
Then
So if
Jairam
you,
has to add, I guess, into these slides.
yeah, if you and JRAM want to sit down and just pick the main like point slides and then do a live demo. Is that possible? Let's go through the slides. So hold on. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, I'm not yet prepared actually. Just
Oh,
prepared
no,
to.
just you can just say what each slide's point is, and then we'll just move right on.
Yeah.
Wait, am I in the wrong one? I'm in the wrong one. Hold on.
No, I have
Either
added
Jairam.
Bobby. I have
Oh,
added
okay.
these slides, Bobby.
Okay, so we did JRAM. So we start here, and then we go here. Okay, go ahead. It's a cute slide. So JRAM, would you be speaking to this slide?
Yes, Bobby.
Okay.
Am I audible, Bobby?
Yes.
So we are building a Snowflake native AI assistant app with using the AIFAQ code base and open source LLMs. So basically, everyone is thinking about what is a
Oops.
Snowflake. So the technical definition for it is like Snowflake is a scalable data warehouse which has an individual compute where we can do analytics, which takes around milliseconds or seconds. So what the problem statement is, like every company has a scattered knowledge base and isolated intelligence. They have to use another ChatGPT or a cloud or Grok or other AI tools, which are closed source AI models. So, so these private knowledge base contains a private, confidential, or secure data. So we are so our vision
Hello?
is making this enterprise AI on Snowflake. So building inside the Snowflake where the no data leaves your boundary. So everything is if everything is inside the Snowflake, like your private knowledge base, which can be accessed with these open source models like Mistral AI, Llama, and Gamma 3. So where we can get an actual answer for your response. So I have uh, So for end-to-end architecture overview, so we will just upload the file, it breaks down into chunks and it gets into embedded file store and the stores into the Snowflake tables. And while we just chat with that, it retrieves the data and generates the answer. So here the user uploads a PDF, CSV, PPTs, any kind of files in the Streamlit UI in the Snowflake. So here the text is automatically split into the smaller chunks and stored into the embedded vector models like Snowflake Architect model, Gamma, and Mistral. And these embedding models retrieve the information and generate the response using the open source LLMs. So, yes, thanks. So this is the end-to-end main system architecture where the user interaction with the chat app using the Streamlit UI, where it has a three main sections where document ingestion, embedding segmentation, vector storage, and query processing, context retrieval, and response segmentation. And the finally, a chat history and everything. So the first main system of it is a file upload. Can you just go to the next slide?
Yep.
So when a user or analyst uploads a file in the Streamlit UI, it sends the file to the file upload handler, where it stores the metadata into the Snowflake data tables or a document tables. So the next process while we upload these files happens is pre-processing and embedding these files into the vector database. The next slide. So when the file gets uploaded into the Streamlit UI, it extracts the text and split into chunks. And these chunks are written into a table called a documents table. And these table are also saved as in the chunks table, where it sends the text for embedding, like in the embedding table and uses the embedding vectors to generate the responses. So next slide. And the last step is like handling the query. Like we have asked in the UI, like what is my documents uploaded or what kind of questions we are going to ask. The user interface takes that handle to query handler. It gets searched from the vector search cosine similarity, which is a Snowflake embedded vector search. And it helps from the embedding table, which the vector has already been saved from the upload data. And it retrieves the top chunks using top K relevant chunks and gives us and it provides the combine and it combines the context and the query and calls an open source LLM model. So it generates the response and displays the result, and the history is saved for the chat history for the user experience. Yeah, next slide. So
Did I
the
go the wrong
system
way?
overview. Yeah, we are using a Snowpark for logic and orchestration and better search plus open source LLM models for retrieval process, RAG, and everything runs inside securely inside Snowflake, so no data gets leaked out, or the open source model used for retraining purpose. So version 1 of this, next slide. So we have already released a stable release version 1. You can go through this link, how to just install and everything. Here, the key features here are we should manually upload the documents into the knowledge base and seamlessly chat with the open source LLMs using the RAG. And we can ask question and answers over the private and organizational data. Here we have a UI using a Streamlit interface for interaction and management designed for a secure and customizable enterprise AI. So here the Snowflake is the central knowledge engine for data storage and retrieval. And the next slides contains the UI part. Like the stable version 1 has this left side has a knowledge base, contains where we can upload the files. And in the right side, we can choose the LLM models. And next slide. So here we can upload a knowledge base kind of PDFs, plain text, web URLs. And the knowledge base, we can automatically type the text if the text is unavailable, and we can also add the web URL. Suppose we want to fetch a website, a basic context of a website or anything. So, and we have files which have uploaded and the chat history and the logout option where the user can easily log out. The next slide. So when we just upload or drag a file here, it gets uploaded using this, and there will be a timestamp that where we have uploaded, including the time. And we can also delete the files manually, the file that we have opened into the uploaded into the knowledge base. So the next slide. So currently we are working with the version 2, which have our next gen capabilities. Like this could be released by the end of this mentorship. So Snowflake will act as a data cloud backbone, integrate with enterprise clouds like AWS, Azure, GCP, where the company's private and confidential data stored in the cloud, which can be accessible into the Snowflake, and we can fetch the data and we can ask the questions about our data, private data, in a secure way. So in the version 2, we have also a automatic data ingestion. So and continuous synchronizing with the company's data source. Suppose every day the README files or the code bases updates, it automatically ingests into the knowledge base. So here it is a dynamic knowledge base auto updates and
Sorry.
for security and go. Yeah, yes, no problem. We are also scaling for multi-cloud and multi-team enterprise AI workflows, which focused on end-to-end automation and real-time intelligence and AI-driven analytics. So the next slide is about the security and governance built in. So data which is inside the Snowflake UI and the storage between your cloud storage never leaves out of the ingestion pipeline. So this is safe and it can be controlled by Snowflake roles and making policies, which we can give to your company roles. And every query that you have mentioned or asked about in the chatbot, it can be auditable and traceable inside the Snowflake environment. So the next is the live demo of the version 1. Yes, Bobby, I will.
You can do the live demo over there. Let me stop sharing. If you could show us what that looks like. Let me just get to that button there. So if you want to share your screen and show the demo, or I'm excited. This is really cool.
So this is the UI. Uh, so this is the main Streamlit app in the Snowflake cloud. So where we can upload all types of knowledge bases like plain text, web URL, file upload. So where we just upload a kind of PDF like AWS overview for an example. Yeah, just upload this by clicking the upload file button. Here it extracts the text from the PDF file which we have uploaded into it. It takes some time around 10 to 15 seconds around. And we can also see the documents which we have already uploaded into our knowledge base. Like this is the AWS credit application guide which I have uploaded. And we can see it has a timestamp that when we have uploaded into it. And we can have a chat history with it. So here it is storing the documents in the binary form and creating a building to the file that we have uploaded.
At the end of the demo, can we do a hands-on workshop, like maybe do a breakout room for people who want to, I don't know, load the system somewhere or some kind of hands-on for them to install? Gianluca, you're giving me a heart. You have to be the one to get the directions ready for them.
Yeah, I think also like 5 minutes. Yeah, you
Like
can
at the end,
also
say,
leave. Yeah, 5 minutes. No problem. Yeah, sure.
because I know that when you say workshop and it's 90 minutes, they expect to build something. So I didn't mean to interrupt, J-Ram.
Yeah, no issues. I think it is taking. Yeah. I think right now I can skip this part. Like I will just
Yeah,
present it.
just move on.
Yeah, here we have the documents uploaded to our knowledge base with the timestamp. Like I have uploaded this on 13. Yeah, it's today. Yeah, we can see this the characters. How many characters does it contain? Suppose if I want to delete this file, you can just click onto it. It generally deletes from the knowledge base, and we can have a chat session like chat history where we can find out what we have searched for. So what does this empty? We can check this out too. So suppose if you want to create a new session, like new chat session, yeah, okay. And before going to that, we can also select an open source model. Like here we have four models, like Mistral 7 billion parameter and Snowflake Architect model and Gamma 7B and Mistral 8 into 7 billion parameter model. So for easier query, I'm using a smallest model, Mistral 7B. Suppose I have uploaded the AWS related documents here. So I would ask a question related to AWS for the previous. So I have provided this. So it gives from the knowledge base, like through the guide step. think it has not given a correct answer. We can look it up. I think I need to change the question. This is the entire question that I'm asking here. Yes, Bobby, this is the presentation of the Snowflake one. I just need to change the document sources here so that it actually answer my question related to it.
This is great. This is awesome. I'll do my reaction. Gianluca beat me. Okay,
So at
so
the last of this presentation, I have added a comparison table like
okay, let me get back to the presentation. It's on a different screen. Okay, so we're at the live demo. So now we have this.
so if you are going to use our AIFAQ Pro in the Snowflake and the closed AI models, so here it's a comparison between both of them. So in deployments, you are going to use a cloud API for the closed AI models, but in the AIFAQ Pro, which is already in the Snowflake, so you just log in or sign up into the Snowflake and you just open everything and you just access our chatbot there. For data privacy concern, uh, the closed AI models, the code base is not open, so not completely open source. So there it may have the chances that the data may leave outside your organization. But in the AIFAQ Pro, it is 100% open source. You can just go into the GitHub and you can just replicate. Every code is completely open source. So the data privacy here is 100% internal. So the closed AI models customization is limited, but in AIFAQ Pro inside the Snowflake, you can have a full control via RAG and the cost of for related to the cost. Closed AI models like Grok and everything, they charge per token per pricing, but AIFAQ Pro inside the Snowflake use only the usage based upon the compute that we have used. For transparency, the closed AI model is completely a black box, but AIFAQ Pro inside the Snowflake, it is very open, transparent, and auditable easily. And integration based on the integration feature, closed AI models are generally used by API based, but in AIFAQ Pro, it is completely on the native Streamlit and Snowpark. It can easily be integrated to other forms. Yeah, thanks.
So now this is Sumana.
Yes, Bobby.
Now that we've already had the demo, somewhere I would prefer if these slides could go first. You know what I mean? So that
Okay,
you're
okay.
kind of like introducing JRAM.
Okay. Yeah, that
So
would be a great idea.
let me see if I can move them. Probably not online during a Zoom call, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, that was my mistake.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the question is for Peter. Peter, I think we need extra time after 10 o'clock. Are you available or do you want to talk 5 minutes now?
Sure. What do you want to review?
So
Yeah, I
let's
think,
real quick keep moving. So Samana, we're just going to give you the beginning part to talk about what the snowflake is and how we're working with it, and then it'll go right to JRAM, and then he will do his part, which is up to here.
Snowflakes.
Here, I love it. Snow with flakes. Love it.
Snow with flakes.
And then we'll get back to this.
It's nothing like cornflakes, right?
Yeah, and then the next section is the multi-agent, and that's to there. And then we were going to put Peter's slides here at 39. So if quickly we can get through this part. So if there's Ryan or Lochan, I need slides or I need information, because these are, again, just the ones that I put in there as
Yeah, Bobby,
please.
me and Ryan have prepared a slide that I have shared with Gianluca.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think I can share the link.
Also,
Can
like
you
I
watch?
wanted to say one thing that in the like order of that meeting, like I am before Lochan, but I would prefer that Lochan would first introduce the AIFAQ's architecture, then I would show the real use cases and how to use the AIFAQ, because like first saying about real cases would be not like a perfect order. Like I guess Lochan should describe the architecture first, and then the other use cases and those stuff.
Okay. So if you could just, I don't know what you get sent over to Gianluca, but if you just want to do like an order of what you're doing, like Lochan, Ryan, Lochan, with a description of what each one of you would be talking about, we can introduce you that way.
Okay, so the question is, I should introduce Lochan and Ryan before, or
And I think what he said was he wanted Lochan to go first with the architecture, and then Ryan to go with like a demo. I think did I get that right?
yeah, I think they asked that question, and yeah, I think it's okay. If Ryan want to show after Lochan, no problem. Lochan, we can start with the architecture. I shared his slide on the chat.
Yep, I'm going to share
I'll
right now. Hold on.
I'll share
And
my screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. I was just trying to share mine, but go ahead. Yeah, I have the slides. I'll add them to the presentation.
Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, me and Ryan have prepared this slide regarding we have prepared how the knowledge base get prepared for our AI system. Basically, it consists of four parts. At first, there is data ingestion, then after data structuring, embedding and search, and unified knowledge base. The first step is data ingestion pipeline. Our AI system work with different type of resource, basically like YouTube, videos, web pages, PDFs, HTML files, docs, plain text. All these are internally handled with LangChain different features. And regarding YouTube transcript, we are using YouTube transcript API library to download or extract the transcript from the YouTube videos. In case if there is any kind of internet issue or any security issue, our model, our AI system will retrieve try for 3 times. Why only 3? We can increase it more also, but since we have limited token size, we prefer that we will go with the 3 retries. And there is a scenario where downloaded transcript is of less size. It is because that some videos have limited transcript or does not have transcript. Then our system in some cases download just the metadata, which eventually hallucinate our model. So we prefer to remove such transcript whose size is less than 100 byte. We have such architecture. Then after regarding the web content, whenever someone gives the URL of any website, our model scrap it, and then after we have prepared our BS4 LMX input parser, which eventually remove the HTML tags and clean the entire scrap documents. And here you can see that before cleaning it was like this, and after cleaning it is kind of structured and more appealing. This is the initial data ingestion process, and then after we do have data structuring process. In this, when someone ingests the data gets some kind of tagging, just like source. The main component here is ownership and accessibility, whether it is private or public, and there is its owner who actually belongs to that data. This data tagging is important for enables access controlling, so that only those data with a specific user can be accessed by a model. Just like Ryan and me are working differently, and I have uploaded a private document related to Founder Institute that must not be accessed by Ryan. This is ensured by tagging. When doing similarity search, our model will do similarity search on the basis of access level, whether it is private or public, and then after who is the owner of the model. It is important for the data security. Then after tagging, ensure that it also helps to know the origin of our actual resource. Then after labeling or tagging our document, we just chunk the given document into multiple chunks. After experiment, we come to know that for our tags, the chunk size 1000 character and the overlap 200 character suits the best. So we are going with this in our model. Then after converting the given resource into the chunks, it is important to know that each chunks have its own accessibility, whether it is public or private, and ownership, so that each chunks has the authorization. No other unauthorized access can access that chunk. And then after the given chunk get converted into the numerical representation, currently we are using Mistral embed by default, and we do have the feature to select the OpenAI text embedding ADA002 embedding model. And regarding the vector database where our eventually vector get stored, we are currently, our system AIFAQ is using FIAS, which is developed by Meta. Why FIAS? It is a good question. We are using FIAS because it is in memory, it is kind of faster and developed by Meta, so it is efficient and reliable too. And the other advantage of FIAS is it is persistent. After completion of that session, it get eventually stored into the disk, which allow us to interact with that same session later on in the past too. Then after we have unified knowledge base. Here what happened is that the user always doesn't want to interact with just only one document. He want to interact with multiple multimodal documents. Just like I have a private file regarding Founder Institute, and I want to know about what's the latest. I also want to surf the web, so that I upload the URL of Founder Institute also, and I just upload the documents, private documents that belongs to me. And our model fetch the document from the URL and also build the knowledge base by combining those, fusing those knowledge base. In this way, we get the knowledge base where the user can do complex type of query. just like compare the specs of PDF with the given guide on the website. This type of complex querying can be done by this architecture. Then after for security, I am working with a founder institute and I have a private document. And Ryan is also trying to access the founder institute document, which is not publicly accessible. How can our model dif differentiate between the query given by me with the ownership access and Ryan who do not have the access? It's based on the retrieval done based on the metadata. Our model does metadata-based similarity search. In this way, there is there is what to say, sorry. In this way, we ensure that the document is not publicly accessible or the security and integrity of our knowledge base. And here is the superficial view of how the knowledge building process happen. At first ingestion, then after we do data tagging on the basis of ownership and availability, then after chunking, then after converting that into the embeddings, which eventually get stored into the highest database, then after querying and doing similarity search based on the metadata. Okay. After that, Ryan will do the quick demo of.
Okay, do you want to show the demo, Ryan, or are you ready
Yeah,
for that?
yeah. So after after once Lochan would finish, then I would first describe we would first show me and Lochan would show the demo which Gianluca showed in starting, and afterwards after that I have a small presentation I would share it once. Okay. So then I would first show how the AIFAQ's plug and play architecture works. Like how can we integrate AIFAQ in real life, like for the actual applications. So would show how what is the architecture of AIFAQ right now, then the AIFAQ architecture. So after having the AIFAQ's architecture, how to add a plugin layer so that any individual project can easily integrate with AIFAQ. It is modular, it is reusable with in various domains like healthcare or in investment sector Founders Institute, or in multiple domains. Also we have a quick integration architecture that after once the whole agents of the AIFAQ works, we can add a plugin layer directly, and adding a plugin layer would easily help any individual or a project to easily integrate with AIFAQ. And after this one I would show the demo of the gitmesh, like how gitmesh is using AIFAQ in it, like how AIFAQ is being used within the architecture of gitmesh. So I would show this demo of gitmesh too, and would explain how it works. So first of all I would show open the AIFAQ project. Once it's open, then how the architecture works is currently first there is a base model with multi-model architecture as we have in AIFAQ. So we have AIFAQ as a base model. With AIFAQ we have introduced the tree sitter algorithm. The tree sitter is introduced to learn the coding mechanism, because AIFAQ is well structured for the documentation reading and for answering well. So I gave it an MCP tool with a tree sitter. Tree sitter is an algorithm for reading the code base. So once we got the code base, then we can ask Gitmesh. It would use the AIFAQ's multi-model architecture to answer based on the code base. So first of all, we did clone the AIFAQ's repo. So you can see the AIFAQ's repo here. So we have cloned the AIFAQ repo. Now it would answer based on that particular repo. So how it would like I would show how the git mesh is exactly using, how git mesh would be using. So like we have the code base here, and it would show the results based on the AIFAQ's repo here. Also, like later I would be adding the architecture of git mesh ahead of the AIFAQ. Like after AIFAQ, what are the plugin layers which we are using for the git mesh stuff? So that would be all for our side.
Perfect. Very nice. And then Peter, let's see where we are with our presentation.
Do you have the link to the Gamma app, or you want me to bring it up?
I do not have the link to the Gamma app, so you would have to bring that up. And if you could put it in the chat, that would be great.
Where is it?
Again, and at the end, you know, if we have like the 20 half hour left, if we want to do, and this is up to you guys, different breakout rooms for each one of the different things people could play with, or leave it up to the audience to decide what they can learn to demo themselves, or if there's only really the technology only really alleviates itself to one type of demo, that's great too. But if there's some hands-on we can leave them with, that would be great.
Gotcha. Right. Do you want me to bring up my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Where is this darn thing? There. All right. Okay. So what we've done so far with AIFAQ is actually implement this for the Founder Institute. So the Founder Institute is a startup accelerator program, and we worked with the Philly Princeton chapter where I'm a mentor and team leader. And Gianluca went through the program, and we said, hey, this would be a perfect use case to implement AIFAQ. And so we actually went live last week. We've been testing this, and I'll go to the website and show people a couple examples of, instead of having to go through all the FI websites. So there's information about the program, how much it cost, and you can go through all the website, or you can just go and say, hey, let's chat and get your questions answered. And so here's where I'll put in a couple questions, show people what the answers are, and then come back to the app. And so what we find, so we trained this on, a couple of websites. It's just a quick Q&A, and it has a lot of value because now people can get immediate answers to their questions without having to dig around the website. Eliminates a lot of emails and work from the leadership team to reply to people's questions, and helps people in the end make better decisions whether they want to join the program or not. And that's the end result we're trying to get to. And so we're thinking like, hey, how can we take this to the next level? And so this was for people that are applying. What we have now is something for people applying to the cohort. Now we want to better support the people that are active in the cohort. So how can we help them go through the class curriculum? How can we help them connect with the right mentors? And how do we accelerate their overall learning and the quality of this? We talked last week with another grad who was part of Gene Luca's cohort who said, hey, you guys, we do all this homework, and all these assignments, but we're not really getting a lot of feedback from it. And that's because, hey, when you're running a cohort of 10, 15, 20 people, it's really hard for volunteer staff to go through all their assignments. That's something an AI agent could do and provide them feedback. So I think there's tons of opportunities for this next stage, and we look forward to working with FI and figuring out Founder Institute and figuring out what we can do in terms of taking this to the next level. But beyond that, I think there's opportunities to go even one step further. And these are to build agents that are very personalized and take action. So they could do things, as founders, um, people are looking to get investment and work on their pitch decks and do things like that. And so you could build agents that, based on that startup's unique, product and value proposition and team, can help them do market research, help them create slides for their deck, help them with actually listening to their pitches and providing live feedback the way we do for members who are part of the cohort. And then also help with legal documents, with forming your C corp, or setting up advisor agreements with some of the mentors and founders. So I think there's a ton of opportunity for what we can do with Founder Institute and beyond. And and that's it. So that's my quick little practice.
Okay, and then I guess we'll do. I have like some slides just for getting involved and summing it up. But here again, I don't know what kind of hands-on demo we can like have them do at this point, if there's anything for those who are still on the call after an hour or so. So Gianluca, if you could think of like, say, if you want to, I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we should use that opportunities to get feedback from people. So maybe we can show other also some ideas that try to catch the some I don't know, like developers pain points. I'm in some way I'm thinking also some short ideas for them, and I try to prepare just one slide for that,
Okay,
and maybe
perfect.
also a call to action. Yeah, we have that idea for um, open source pain points and project that tomorrow we should go to incubation, so we should get the first customer.
Yeah,
It's in the hyperledger policy and so on.
uh, we need other maintainers.
Hmm.
We need a maintainer that doesn't work for AI or have interest in AIFAQ. To maintain, to be listed as a maintainer, and that's one of the first steps, is having other companies interested. So we could even say at this meetup that we are looking to move out of lab into incubation, and what we need is other people's eyes on this. So help
Yeah,
us.
how to be more productive, how to get new maintainers, and also how to get interested from companies to get the first customer. Instead, you cannot go move forward to the incubation. It's very interesting, and it's a kind, it's mandatory because it's in the
Yeah.
Hyperledger policy.
Yep.
Maybe that can be one slide.
That works.
Okay.
Okay, we are a little bit over. I will log on tomorrow at 9:30, a half hour before. If anybody has any questions, I will be on the road this morning, but this afternoon I will be back at my desk working on the presentation. So if there's any questions or anybody needs me, reach out. I'll be at my desk
Okay.
working on
Thank you.
this. Ryan has a question.
Actually, I wanted to say that I want a page where like I get some information of AIFAQ because I'm going to Korea on second. Like I wanted to prepare a PPT or like something to show to people who are at summit, at open source summit. So I wanted to like get some info about AIFAQ which you want exactly to like showcase to the people there.
I'm not understanding what your needs are.
Actually, I wanted some document which showcase the things which you want to showcase to the people at Open Source Summit. So like about AIFAQ, so that I can like show the people and like people can get to know about AIFAQ there.
So you need a short production video about what we do at AIFAQ?
No, I want some of the stuff like I have mentioned that hyperledger earlier. So like you told about that thing that like you are not like I should not write that hyperledger foundation there, or like some of the things which are like not regulatory with the rules and those stuff. Like I wanted something that I would be presenting there with like it won't be clashing with the hyperledger's rule or something. Like I won't be using a AIFAQ hyperledger or those stuff there. That's why.
So you want some other information still in the Linux Foundation environment?
Like I want that what AIFAQ wants to market itself. Like I want that stuff. Like how AIFAQ wants itself to be marketed there.
That's a really good question. We're looking into that now. Here is the marketing page. Maybe you can get some information from it. It has kind of, I guess, our ideas. Let me put it in the chat. Um, I don't know if that helps you at all. Is further down on the page, it talks a little bit about what our brand is and the brand strategy is down at the bottom.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to just share my screen real quick to see if this is what you were looking at. On a tab. So you're down on this page, way down here, it has some brand strategies. I don't know, we can go over these a little bit closer, but I don't know if this will get you started.
Like what I meant was that like we are saying that AIFAQ is an AI multi-agent chatbot. So like what's the like future plan of the AIFAQ that I would be sharing with the people at Open Source Summit, so that people can get to know more about AIFAQ in that way. So like I wanted that stuff, like some description that I could introduce people with.
So you need information kind of from like our pitch deck that sums up where we're going and what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah. So that people could understand what's the goal of AIFAQ further.
You know what? I will definitely write something up, and hopefully Gianluca will take a whack at it too. And then, because that's something I kind of have to say at the beginning of the presentation anyway, is what we are and where we're going. So let me work on that, and I'll write something up and have it for you tomorrow morning or sometime today.
Yeah, yeah. Like I have 2 weeks time. So like I told earlier, because of that only, like we get the time to make it and structure it well.
Yep, perfect. Yep, I see what you're saying. Absolutely. All right, so I'll check out everybody tomorrow. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be on the road this morning, back home this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.